Today on Spirits and Gear, we talk about pop filters. Pop filters are the non-glamorous part of audio and studio work. They serve a wonderful purpose, they're very useful, and you really shouldn't be recording without them, but talking about them is typically not done. Talking about pop filters is normally akin to talking about paint drying on the wall, and usually people try to buy the most cheapest, most inexpensive ones they can find. But today we are here to talk about pop filters and change your perception of pop filters. And we're going to also talk about this lovely studio pop filter from Pop Audio. But first, let's start at the beginning. The main purpose of a pop filter is to redirect air. It's about air movement. It's not about sound. Redirecting the air or splitting up or breaking up the air movement coming out of a singer's mouth will prevent plosive enhancements to the microphones, the P's and the F's, and just all sorts of the nasty P and T and S sounds are accentuated if you don't have a pop filter. Now, the second kind of byproduct to a pop filter is to get the correct distance away from the microphone so the singer doesn't get right up on the microphone and give kind of an all over the place performance sonically by moving in and out as they would in a live performance situation. Because after all, this is the studio. This is a controlled environment. My good friend Doug from the band Phantom Racer recently came by, and I've been using this pop filter quite a bit lately, and we were recording tracks for his band, Phantom Racer's new record that I have been engineering and producing and kind of, I've been the guy pushing the record button, so to speak. So I thought we would do a little comparison between no pop filter and a pop filter. So here's a small snippet of one of their songs that we are currently working on. It's not done yet. And you can immediately hear the difference between no filter and filter. Listen for the low and P, and I will A and B it, and we'll also bring the song in and we can hear everything also in a mix. Let's do it.
We get the fuse's powder keg to stop from blowing. No matter what I try, the fuse's spark keeps glowing. Honey puts it out, but it's a temporary fixture. Just explodes later in my face. Infinite gas, just fuel for the fire. There's a winner with this bomb. It just becomes a liar. Now it says I'm not incendiary. You're wrong. I'm really the victim, and it's you. It's the bomb. We get the fuse's powder keg to stop from blowing. No matter what I try, the fuse's spark keeps glowing. Honey puts it out, but it's a temporary fixture. Just explodes later in my face. Infinite gas, just fuel for the fire. There's a winner with this bomb. It just becomes a liar. Now it says I'm not incendiary. You're wrong. I'm really the victim, and it's you. It's the bomb.
Now that we've gotten the song and the practical example out of the way, why are we talking about pop filters today? The reason is because this pop filter from Pop Audio kind of reinvents the wheel, as far as I'm concerned, with pop filters. They do a lot of practical things that you would think are no-brainers in the pop filter world, but alas, these features are not more common. So normally on a pop filter, you have this kind of mount. This is a clamp style mount that has a few issues. A, it can ruin your stand, but B, and most importantly, it can strip out because this is just thin metal and you have to sit there and screw it in and screw it in and screw it in. And the leverage of the pop filter itself will often change its position. So then you have to use this metal thing and kind of hope it stays, and it doesn't really want to stay because it kind of wants to go back and relax a little bit. Now, this pop filter is $50, and I thought I was the king for buying such an expensive pop filter, but alas, it's kind of garbage and it's disappointing. This isn't much better than your $8 eBay special, or, you know, I guess it's better than getting a coat hanger and stretching a leotard over it or something like that, which would work in a situation. But Pop Audio has changed a few things, namely this clamp. This clamp is so simple and so effective. It clamps onto any circular surface, mic stand-like surface. It doesn't damage it, and inherently, because of its width, it won't pry itself off by its own weight. I love that. Also, this is a hard plastic, and this is kind of like a camera tripod, like the portable tripods that you see for phones and small DSLRs and things like that. This is extremely practical and extremely easy to move, and it stays right where you left it. Also, with the studio version of Pop Audio's pop filter, these filters have a quick connect. You turn it, you push down, and you pull out, and it comes with 3 different filters that do sound a little different. Now, the most transparent one is the open cell foam filter. I found this one to be extremely clean. Next, you have a metal filter. Now, this is a 2-sided metal mesh with an air gap in between, and then we have the more traditional nylon fabric filter, which will cut some of the highest frequencies off, but a lot of traditional studio guys prefer that sound and are used to that sound, and so Pop Audio included this for the old school guys. This is incredibly cool, and this retails for, this set retails for right around $99, which may seem incredibly expensive to you home audio guys, but you actual legit day in and day out studio guys know that that is an investment worth making if something is going to work as well as this Pop Audio pop filter does. This is super awesome. They also make a classic edition with just the foam filter that comes stock, and you can also buy these separate or buy replacements of these for about 25 bucks a piece. But this feels good, it's heavy duty, and I can't wait to use it more and more and throw away my other piece of garbage because that one sucks. But all applicable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I have been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.